Hey, silly goose. I need your help in the kitchen. Oh, I know. That's just awful. You gotta help me make these cookies. I know. I know. Yeah. You don't even have to do that much. I already got the dough made last night, and it's been chilling in the fridge. So, all you gotta do is roll it out and cut little cookies out of them. That's what all the groceries were for yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So I have got two little cookie discs here and some gingerbread men cookie cutters and flour. Yeah. So what we're gonna want to do is roll out both of these like piles of dough. Gotta roll them out flat. Okay. I can trust you to do this. You know what? I'll do the first one, and then you can do the other one. But yeah, we've got a rolling pin here, and what we want to do, sprinkle a little bit of flour into the dough. That'll keep it from falling apart, because if you don't do that, it'll get all like dry and crumbly, and you don't want that. So gotta keep using flour, or it'll fall apart. And yeah, okay. So we're gonna try to roll this out, and it's a little tricky because it's still cold from the fridge. But just gotta roll this out. Okay. And I take the little cookie cutter, and we're gonna cut out a few cookies like this and this. See, it's easy. Even you could do this. Alright, so we're gonna put these little uncooked gingerbread men onto a baking sheet. And we're gonna go back to what's left, and we're gonna roll that up, and then we're gonna roll it back out flat. Making sure to use flour so it doesn't crack. And then you take the cookie cutter and cut out some gingerbread men. Like that, and that, and that. And if you put those on the baking sheet, then you can kind of roll up what's left and use a little bit of flour. And I might only be able to get one cookie out of this, but here we go. Put that one on the baking sheet, and we can combine the leftovers from this one with the other piece of dough. Here you go. So you've got the other one. Okay. And you just watch me do it. Easy peasy. Okay. It's not hard. So you have the dough. Here's the rolling pin. And you got flour. I'll just do it just like I was doing. Yeah, it's pretty tough because it's still cold. So you gotta really put your back into it. And make sure you gotta add more flour because it's gonna get cracked. Yeah, you're doing good. Just try to roll it out a little bit more. That's a bit too thick. Just go over it maybe one or two more times and make sure to add more flour. And do you see there on the edge? If it gets cracked like that, you can kind of just work it smooth with your fingers. Yay. You're doing a good job. And just take the cookie cutter and cut out a few cookies. You're doing great work, dear. You're gonna just put those on the baking sheet with the others. And now you're gonna want to gather up everything that's left and repeat. It might still be a little cold, so it could be kind of tricky to roll it out. Make sure to use flour. Very good. You're getting the hang of it. Well, you do have a very good teacher. There you go. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty. And you can gather up what's left, and again, there might only be enough for one more cookie. There you go. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. There's a little bit left over. We could just flatten it out into like a flat disc shape. Put it on the baking sheet, I guess. Yeah. I'd already preheated the oven. So all we gotta do is put this in for, I don't know, looking at these, say maybe 9 minutes, and maybe 4 or 5 minutes in, like halfway, we'll like turn the sheet so it cooks evenly, and hopefully that'll leave them kind of soft, because it's easy if you cook them for too long, they get kind of crispy, and they're better if they're a little soft. Yeah. Yeah. So all we gotta do is put that in and wait a little bit, and I'll rotate the baking sheet. And for when they're done, we have some icing. I've been kind of busy. I mixed some dyes into the icing so we could kind of like paint stuff onto the gingerbread man, give him like little clothes and stuff. This makes me really happy. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I always like cooking with you, and I don't always, we don't do that all that often, but it's nice. It's like a fun little thing that we can do together. There's like all sorts of types of like intimacy and stuff, and this is like a really intimate moment, but it's just kind of like a nice thing, or we can just like be here in the same place and do the same thing together. I don't know, it's just very nice. Yeah. And I hope you like these cookies, because I don't know how many of them I can eat, so hopefully you really like these, or know someone that might eat the rest of them. Yeah, I don't want them to go to waste. I'm sure these are going to come out really, really good. Yeah. I think gingerbread cookies gotta be like the second best, like, dessert dessert food. I don't know. you know, the number one, like, sweet is, it's you. Yeah, it's cheesy, but I meant it. Hmm. Yeah, I would have you over a bunch of cookies any day, or any other kind of dessert for that matter. But we're getting pretty close to when I might want to move the baking sheet around. So let me just break away from you for a second. There we go. And good. They're looking good. See? But yeah, those only have a few more minutes, and we'll want them to cool first. And you don't want to eat those right out of the oven. Um, yeah, you gotta let them cool, and then we gotta put the frosting on them. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, we'll probably have like a lot of frosting left over. Do you wanna do you wanna do anything weird with that frosting? Oh, I don't know what I meant exactly by that, but you kind of you know what I'm getting at. I don't think I've ever tried anything like that, and you know, if we're trying to make sure all of our little holiday treats are all decorated, you know, you are my favorite holiday treat, so should make sure you're well decorated too. Oh, you're really cute. Uh-huh. Maybe. Honestly, maybe. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. But I'd be down to try. Yeah. Well, let's think about these cookies first. They've got only a little bit longer. Thank you so much for watching my video. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons on Patreon who helped make this possible. Mega Bulldog, Wintry Leader, Snuggier, Menti, Hope, Harris, Anchan, Zoe, Wolf Lord of the North, Undeniable, 777, Trinitide, System Freak, Snowzard, Slippery Snakes, Rainbows Bro, Nibblewibba, Max Fruit, Lula, Kate Kickdrop, Cami Chan, Idiot Sandwich, GFY Guy, Goose Rider, Francesca, Chair Was Script, Chandra, Dressed to Kill, Avery Knight, Ashton Ruley, Archdemon Chrissy, Among Us, Adisla Valley, Aldog, Lottie Hawkins, Equinox Fox, and Zoe Zaps. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much.